What is going on, world? Welcome to another full day of intermittent fasting. It's been a good couple weeks since I took you through my full day of intermittent fasting. So today I'm going to show you the foods I eat, the times I eat them in, and all my other little side experiments I have going on. So welcome to another full day of intermittent fasting. So last night, right around 11:30, I was heading home from work, and because July, I'm going for my 1-year transformation photos at the end of the month, I want to make sure I am as shredded as I can possibly get. So over this last month here of June, I'm enjoying some if it fits your macros while being in quite a low caloric deficit. So yesterday, I probably only got around 1,800 to 1,900 calories. As I said there on my way home from work, I stopped and got a few slices of pizza just because it was easy and convenient. I've been trying to be very productive over these last couple weeks, so I haven't been getting the best sleep, which is why today I woke up and it was 1:30 in the afternoon, so I slept for about 11 and a half hours. So it's just about 2:30. I'm sitting at about 15 hours completely fasted. I'm just about to get into my 20 minutes of reading here. Now, if you guys are interested, I typically post up pages from books that I find interesting or great resources that I think can help the world or help other people along their life journey and their life task up on my Instagram. And then typically when I'm done finishing the book, I'll throw up the whole book and all the pages that I did post on my Instagram up onto my blog. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys are following along my website, thehungarianexperiment.com. Make sure you guys are following along my blog. I tend to post up little funny things that are going on in my life, as well as, projects for future videos. Right now I'm working on a video on what does it mean to be human, and I'm debating posting up my kind of my rough outline to see what people think before I actually get into the video. So if you guys are interested there, make sure you go check out my blog at thehungarianexperiment.com. So this is a typical day for me. Usually when I'm done my morning chores and doing things around the house, I'll sit outside and soak up 20 minutes of free vitamin D while I read my book. Now, if you guys are interested in learning more about vitamin D, I really suggest going to check out the video here. It's where I discuss the supplements I take and why I take them. And I believe vitamin D, at least according to Dr. Rhonda Patrick, is very important for life longevity. We have these little things on the ends of our DNA caps called telomeres. And from the research that she has done and the studies that she has studied, she has discovered is that these telomeres actually shorten as you age in life. And if you keep your telomere length healthy throughout your life, sorry, I'm still a little tired here from the morning, but if you keep your telomere length healthy and long, it's not going to damage your DNA strands, and it could actually help with life longevity. And what she has found is that supplementing with vitamin D or getting adequate amounts of vitamin D from your environment, like from the sun, can actually help to reduce the damage that these telomeres take. So if you supplement your body with vitamin D, or you make sure you're getting sufficient amount of vitamin D in every single day, or even healthy amounts throughout the week, then you can actually possibly increase your life longevity. Now, me being a Canadian living up here in Canada, about 5 to 6 months out of the year, I can't get adequate amounts of vitamin D. So I believe that I, as well as everyone else out there in the world, should be experimenting with vitamin D, as well as multivitamins and fish oils, because depending on where you are in the world and the foods you are eating, the environment you are part of, if you're eating local especially, you may not be getting certain nutrients that may be helping to optimize your body and increase life longevity. So after that long little rant there, going to get to my 20 minutes of reading. Then I'm probably going to head off to the gym and I'll take you through my eating window for the day. So I'm on coffee number 2 here. Typically in the mornings you'll find me at my stand-up desk, but over the last 6 to 8 months of using this stand-up desk and working on building up my weak points and trying to fix my posture, when I wake up in the morning now and I get my morning chores and my morning experiments done, I feel like my body's in just a lot better posture. So over this next month here, I'm experimenting with changing things up. I still definitely use my stand-up desk, I'd say about 80 to 90% of the time, but now that I feel that my body is finally filling out and my posture is getting fixed, in my opinion at least, from all this work and all this weak point work that I've been doing in the gym, as well as, like I said, using this stand-up desk, my body feels awesome. So I'm experimenting now with going back to a seated desk, sitting at it for a couple hours, and then to see how my body is at the gym. So I got my productivity calendar here. I'm filling it out as I go throughout the day. I got my to-do list. I'm checking things off as I go. Answered a couple YouTube comments there for my few latest videos, and I actually messaged my very first online coaching client. So thank you very much for signing up for my online coaching there. If anyone else is interested, make sure you go check out the last video I just posted, and make sure you go check out the HungarianExperiment.com. I am here to help you guys if you're new to intermittent fasting, if you really want to learn how to get the most out of fasting and how to implement it into your own lifestyle. Now, if you guys are interested, you can find all this information out on my YouTube channel. I have hundreds of videos discussing intermittent fasting, as well as stomach vacuums, weightlifting, all these different factors that I implement into my life. You guys can find how I've experimented with it and how to implement it into your own life. But if you want someone to help you out throughout your life journey, if you want someone there to ask questions and understands your past and understands where you want to be in terms of your goals, then that can definitely excel you along your path and learn how to build skills more efficiently and learn exactly what knowledge you should be picking up at certain stages throughout your journey. And that's what I'm here for. I've experimented with thousands of different factors over the last decade. So if you guys want personal experience, if you guys want someone to help you out along your journey, and not just to help you out and give advice, but to actually understand where you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and where you want to be 5 years from now and 10 years from now, then I can help you out with that. Depending on where you want to be, the goals you have, and possibly the limitations in your life, how you go about achieving these goals or how you go about optimizing your life may be completely different from one person to the other. Some people, like myself, I don't need a mentor. I don't need someone to guide me because I love experimenting around and finding it out for myself. But some people have other passions in life, and maybe their passion isn't learning about how to eat the most optimal way throughout the day, or what types of skills and knowledge that they need to build to get them on their life task. So if you guys are interested, make sure you go check out that last video, and maybe you and I can be working together to help get you on your life task. So it's just about 2:55. I gotta send out a couple of emails to some future human experiments we have walking around London, as well as in Switzerland and I believe in Minnesota. Hopefully getting a guy to start up his own unique life experiment documenting journey down in Minnesota. So I'm gonna message him, and then I gotta work on a podcast that I had with Arthur, the guy who's actually working with me to help make this thing a possibility here. And he's actually starting up his own unique journey as the entrepreneurial experiment. So that's what I'm working on editing up here. I'm not all that hungry from eating. I'm sitting around 15 and a half hours completely fasted right now. Nothing besides this coffee and water has gone in my system since about 11:30 last night. So gonna finish this up, gonna work here for a little bit longer, and then we're off to the gym. "16 and a half hours completely fasted. Let's get a little weak point workout going here. Just about 7 o'clock there. I am now back home from the gym. On my way home from the gym, I also stopped to pick up some coffee because I've been mooching a lot off the mother lately. And I also stopped at Farm Boy to pick up some pumpernickel bread. And on the way home from that, because I probably would have been eating already by now. Right now I'm sitting at about 19 and a half hours completely fasted. I was supposed to be eating about an hour ago, but as I was saying there, on my way home, I found a free barbecue sitting outside someone's house. They had the, the whole take me sign on it. So I knocked on the door, asked the guy what was wrong with it. He's like, oh, it's just missing some of the drip trays. We actually won a barbecue last week, so we thought we'd just get rid of this. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, because my sister is actually in desperate need of a barbecue now that she's moved into her own house there. And my grandparents and my aunt and uncle and everyone's coming down from Ottawa in not this Friday but next Friday, and we're gonna have a huge barbecue feast. So I would have had to take my barbecue all the way from here to her house and then bring it back, but now she gets her own barbecue, so this worked out awesome. So as I said there, I am now 19 and a half hours completely fasted. Well, actually about a minute or two ago I did break my fast with some of this beer here. Got some steam whistle in here. Now there are several specific reasons why I drink steam whistle over other beers. It's only been recently that I've made the switch. It's definitely not the most delicious beer in the world, but there's no preservatives in it. There's only 4 ingredients, and it's brewed just in Toronto there. So it's local, it's preservative free, and they do it with good ethics. And I like to stand up for companies that are very ethical and that are in my local community. So I'm drinking some steam whistle. I got about 12 to 14 ounces of lean beef in there with nothing but just some salt, pepper, and some seasoning, and a few slices of some pumpernickel bread. Definitely nothing amazing here. The beautiful one's coming over for dinner tonight, so I got some salmon in there that we're gonna cook up. She said she's coming with potatoes, got a bunch of broccoli, so that should be a nice fun night. Just having a nice little small meal here. I'm gonna guess is around 800 calories. As I said, over the last year, I've been trying to guesstimate my macros and my calories. I feel like I've been doing a very good job, but now that the 1-year transformation photos are coming up at the end of July there, I'm enjoying my last week of if it fits your macros, enjoying foods that I do like yesterday I did have a burger from the place I do work at there, a nice lamb burger. Oh, it's so delicious. But gonna have a nice last week of it fits your macros, enjoying some foods that I like, and then over the next month, if you guys are following me along on MyFitnessPal, you'll be able to see day to day the foods I'm eating, the amounts I'm eating, because I'm trying to be very strict. I'm trying to ensure that I'm getting into my caloric deficit every single day, and so that way I'm ensuring that I'm cutting fat on a daily basis to help to slim me down even more for my 1-year transformation photos. If you guys follow along my journey, then you know that I stay lean year round. I very rarely go over 10% body fat. You guys can go check out my 2015 calendar. It's in one of my blog posts there, and you'll see that over 2015, I don't think I went over 170 pounds besides like after a cheat day or so. So I never had to bulk to put on muscle. And you guys will see at the end of July if I was able to put on muscle while being in a caloric deficit for about 70 to 80% of the year and not having to bulk, staying at around 8 to 10% body fat and eating big, healthy, full meals, satisfying meals, and enjoying the foods that I like, having beer, having burgers, while still trying to eat healthy for about 70 to 80% of the year. So if you guys are interested, that's coming up in the next month to a month and a half here, but I'm getting quite hungry now. This beer's just teasing my stomach. 19 and a half hours fasted. It's time to break my fast. Cheers, world. Still falling. Probably better if I do this. I was gonna make up one of my nice big ass salads for right now, but I forgot that I'm completely out of carrots and mushrooms, so unless I just want to eat lettuce with dressing, I think I'm gonna pass on the big ass salad for today, but I am going to try to get a whole lot of micronutrients. I'm gonna eat a whole bunch of broccoli tonight, and yeah, I'll probably throw some spring mix on this right now, actually. See, this is what I was gonna eat, but there's no mushrooms, and there's no carrots, there's no pickles. So just do this. Make myself a little sandwich. So while I eat this up here, I'm gonna answer some of your guys' Instagram questions and comments, and then I'm gonna head off to my sister's to drop off this barbecue, and then start prepping for dinner tonight. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So one great question that I just answered there that I feel some more of you guys who are following along my journey may be asking or wondering is that during my growth hormone test, when I got my body tested and I did my urine samples, was I still smoking marijuana? Yeah, I was. Basically, throughout this whole journey, I've been smoking marijuana every single day. I don't do it during the daytimes. I typically do it at night because, as I've said in my talk time video, you can go find this in the talk time playlist on my main channel page there, that I use marijuana to help me get to sleep at night. I can't shut my brain down. If I'm not exhausted, like ready to pass out before I go to bed, then I'll sit up for 2 to 3 hours just tossing and turning, thinking about different things, thinking about things that are going on in my life, things that are happening tomorrow, things that happen today, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. It's just a waste of time and it is not optimal. So, oh, excuse me again. So what I've discovered here is that using marijuana really helps me, and I can still smoke marijuana in a fasted state and I don't get the cravings because I've just been doing it so long now that I know I use it more as a tool rather than just for entertainment or just for fun. So yes, when I was getting the 94 percentiles on my growth hormone tests, I was still smoking weed every single day. Even during the perfect month, I was smoking weed every single day. So just so you guys can keep nice and up to date, I don't like to discuss it too much. I definitely want you guys to be aware that this is a factor that's going on in my life and it's affecting my lifestyle and my body. But it's still not legal here in Canada. Hopefully over this next year things are going to get changed and things are going to get worked out, but it's still not 100% legal here. So I'm not coming out in every single video saying, look, I smoke marijuana, I'm the weed smoking bodybuilder, because although I am, it's still quite a controversial issue here in Canada and as well as around the world. I feel like the world is becoming enlightened to marijuana and its benefits, but it's still a very hush hush, poo poo, don't talk about this. If you want to talk about it, go talk about it in private. So I'm definitely going to be discussing this more as the legality and the issues here in Canada start to open up a little bit, but as of right now, I want you guys to understand that I smoke weed every single day. If you guys want to know why or how I can still put on muscle while smoking marijuana every single day, then make sure you go check out the video that's going to pop up right here. Pretty much all done eating here, just got a little bit more to go, and then I'm headed off to my sister's. So the beautiful one's on her way. We're going to wait for her before we head off to my sister's. So let's show you guys some of my progression on the handstand push-ups. I haven't done these in about 4 weeks, so my progression has definitely gone down. Been focusing too much on my physique, been focusing too much on my productivity in terms of the YouTube channel. So situationally, I have to take hits here and there. But damn, after eating, look, the veins are just popping. Let's do one more. Hey, boy. Oscar.
Hey,
What's this?
Come here. Oscar, I'm at your level, bro. Go.
Yeah. You're good, anyways. Nice.
Watch out, Oscar. We're bringing. Hey, watch out. Oscar, come.
You stop making that sound every time. Okay. So teach me again. How do I open it? Oh,
Yes. So I find if you put the rough side down, it's better.
Okay.
Yeah, try to get it so it's nice and inside the bag. And you just put it in there, close it down. So you want to make sure this is in here.
This part?
Yeah. Put it down like that. And then you want to make sure that it's holding there like that when you close it.
Okay.
See here, this is where the vacuum occurs. And then you want to push the outside. Yes, perfect.
And then I press this one?
Why that should turn on? Yeah, vacuum and seal. Try it. Just wait now.
Does it on its own, eh? So now what?
And now it's done.
Okay, so I can do the rest on my own. I just needed to be reminded how it had to be done.
Who they are or who they love. That's why today my healthy honor and celebration their proud to be continue to make them the vibrant, diverse, and aesthetic community that is. Support LGBT, but not LGBTQA+. There are two genders, there's different sexualities, heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual. Once again, I go, here, someone says I'm both sexes, just one. I don't care. Okay, you're a murder, rape.
11:25. All set, ready to go for dinner. Yeah, salmon. Pancakes. Just about 1 in the morning, smashed a whole lot of pancakes. Oh my god, that was delicious. Definitely went quite over in my caloric intake for the day, but that is okay because yesterday I was actually in quite a bit of a deficit. So wrapping it up for today, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and this was a full day of intermittent fasting. This is one of my typical days, and this is how I handle my typical days in terms of eating my food and how I carry out my physical activity. I typically go to the gym while I'm completely fasted, have my food about 45 minutes to an hour and a half after I'm done at the gym. Today I pushed it a little bit more, but that's what happens because life is situational sometimes. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for following along my journey. I am the Hungarian Experiment.